I've already made my two blends here, but as I was drawing my name, I actually have three different parts. I want to join these together. So I should be able to highlight all of these. I can right click and do join. Okay, so I want to make sure they are all together. Same thing with my last name. I've got Roberts, but I'm missing part of the R and the T. Okay, and I can right click join. Now I have my two paths here, and I can do object, blend, replace spine. I've got my S now, so I can click my path and my blend, object, blend, replace spine. And I've noticed that this one here looks a lot more like a rope pattern, where this one down here looks more smooth. So obviously, as you play around with the steps in between, that's a setting that you can work with that can really kind of change the dynamics of how your project looks. Once we have it the way I like it, File, Save As, Shanna Signature Blends, Final. Then I can go and export it as a JPG. I can also go back and work with my eraser tool. I can double click on my eraser tool to adjust the size of it and the angle and the roundness if I want it to be more like a circle, or if I want it to be okay, so you can kind of tweak your design a little bit more on the eraser tool. Under the roundness, if I put the roundness at 0, so if you could see, it would be more like a line through it. So the top blend is the one that really looks neat. So I can go back to my blend tool. Okay, and on this one I had 300 and I only used 2 colors. So this is the one that ended up looking a lot better. Object, blend, and replace spine. So as you can see, I did not do the join here. So I went back and highlighted everything and did the join. And then also, if you notice with my H, I've got a couple of lines there, so it probably doesn't look as great. Object, blend, replace spine. So this is the one by using the 300 and only 2 colors. It looks more like a rope, which I think looks really neat. And on the bottom one here, I forgot to actually use 3 colors. So when I go back and I do Object, blend options, when I go back and do object, blend, and release, then it shows me kind of exactly where my gradient points were. So that helps me a lot with my design and maybe trying to figure out what points I may want to add or edit later. Okay, so I finally finished my design, and at the end, remember, we're going to save it one more time with the name final behind it, so that way we know that's our ending one. and save. All right, and then when I want to export it, I can export it two ways. I can do File, Export. Okay, Export As. Now, if we want to make this with a transparent background, we will have to save it as a PNG. And after I choose PNG, then I can decide if I want to have it a transparent background, a white background, or a black background. Now again, when I'm saving this, actually I think the better way to do that, when you want to save it where you have it as a transparent background, I would probably save it differently. I would do a Save As Final Trans, so that way you know it's transparent. Then you can go and do your File Export. And remember, only if you export it as a PNG would you have the option for a transparent background.